Hello San Diegans, fellow Americans. My name is Leslie Williams and today's date is October 11th, 2012. And right now I'm outside of the UCSD Biomedical Library having my afternoon cigarette, minding my own business, as I always do. And the reason why I decided to make this particular video is to give you an illustration point about something. Use this following statement as a preface and as a template for understanding in reference to why I do what I do. And it is as follows. It wouldn't matter if I was exposing this crime that is happening towards me and thousands and actually hundreds of thousands of other Americans right now in real time and millions worldwide. In other words, if I wasn't exposing this, it would still be happening towards me. So, what I do is I expose everything they do as a result of them doing it. Now, in organized gang stalking campaigns, I'd say at least 70% of targets break down, get hospitalized, falsely and deliberately diagnosed with mental disorders they don't have, put on psychotropic medications that totally 100% interfere with their emotional clarity and mental cognitive clarity and abilities. And this is done so when they were released from the hospital, they're easier to be torn down again. It's all about vilify and nullify. And the other 30% are people that fight back or end up luckily finding resources to depend on, which helps them survive longer. Now, what I do, again, what we got to remember here is that this would be happening towards me whether I am exposing it or not. So what I do is I expose every single thing they do eventually. Some things are exposed right away, some things take a little time for me to synthesize all the correlating material that's in reference to what has transpired. And then I expose it while I'm not breaking down because of what's happening towards me. They don't like that because they're being exposed, okay, and they're not making no money off of me at all through the Medicare fraud while they're being exposed, including the places they're using, okay. Now what we have to understand here is organized gang stalking targets lose their homes. They're blacklisted from employment. They lose their vehicles because the individuals who perpetrate these crimes will stage vehicle accidents, so they don't even have a car to sleep in once that they become homeless. That's achieved through mail theft and mail delayment, bank managers, bank employees, or if you're running an apartment, property owner or landlord. So, and then they're harassed along all their routes every single day, everywhere they go, through organized gang stalking sensitization tactics. And then they will use any business and any institution to do it. Okay? So what I do is, since I'm being gang stalked anyways, everywhere I go, I expose them. And what that ends up doing, like say if I go to a public library every single day, and I'm gang stalked there every single day, the staff, the people they get to use to harass me, at first think it's a novel thing. They get all excited because they're doing something that makes them feel powerful. But then after a month or two or three or four, they get tired of it while they're being exposed. See, targets lose every bit of normalcy of their life. They lose every bit of normalcy of their life. Their life is no longer their own. It's been turned upside down. A different reality is literally put in a target's life in reference to all of their daily experiences. So do you really think I give two shits about a public library and how they've lost their peace of mind as a result of them having to gang stalk me? Hell no. Hell no. And what they have done in the past to other targets. Understand this and be clear. Do you have any idea what happens to organized gang stalking targets and their children? We're talking about sexual servitude rings, human trafficking rings, trust fund liquidation, identity theft, property co-opting, land co-opting. I suggest you look at Agenda 21. So my name is Leslie Williams, so if anybody for 1 second thinks I give two shits, okay, about an institution like a university campus or a business that they use, which is achieved through community notification, if they really honestly think that I give two shits about their peace of mind or their mental clarity in reference to how they have to gang stalk me, and if they didn't have to, because I come here, if I wasn't here, they wouldn't be gang stalking me, so then they would be going about their day in a peaceful manner. But since I'm here and they're the criminals, do you really honestly think I give two shits that they got to go out of their way to engage in organized gang stalking and sensitization tactics? Hell no. Look, they steal targets' peace of mind, their privacy. Everything about a target is stolen from them. Everything. So, in other words, do you really think I give two shit that the people that would do these kinds of crimes have to do them? No, I don't. And I'll look any perpetrator in the face, okay, through this video camera and tell them today, I don't give two shits about you, okay? I don't give two shits about your university. I don't give two shits about what you have to do. And you know, that's another thing, fellow American citizens and fellow San Diegoans, your property taxes are paying for this, okay? All you got to do is think about it, do the math. Go to Google and type in organized stalking or gang stalking and sensitization, and then universities. These university staff and the campus safety, they literally act like they own this property. Okay? They criminally break the law to the extreme. Everything they do is a felony. Okay? And they criminally break the law, and then they call a target crazy and will put them in an institution for exposing it. And your property taxes are paying for it. And they're using anybody and everybody they can based on lies. Go to YouTube and type in "listen to a stranger." It's how they get students and staff to harass a target for them for free. Because they got to be able to make money off the Medicare when a target breaks down. It's Medicare fraud too. And this is what they do. So think about it. When you pay your property taxes and you go without a better lunch or a better pair of pants or an umbrella or something that you wanted to buy for your child, and you couldn't buy it for them because you had to pay property taxes to help fund this school, and then know that this institution, their staff, their students, their staff, and how they're getting students to engage in organized gang stalking towards a target for human trafficking motivations, Medicare fraud, and every other type of criminal aspiration you can think of. And then they have the audacity to turn around and act like they're the most astute, you know, like astute members of our society. I mean, these people are like, they're sewer rats. I'm telling you right now, I see it every day. They're literal sewer rats is what they are. And so anyways, you wouldn't believe the postures and the attitude I see by some of them, including the ones that come out of the dean's office. It's almost like they believe, their attitude is like they can do anything and everything and literally get away with it. You would not believe what I'm subject to every day and what I see, how I see them carry themselves when they're in the middle of engaging in these tactics. It's just almost mind-boggling. Anyways, I make these videos in order to inform, and I happily do it. In fact, I'm grateful that I'm able to do this. Because about 90% of targets don't have the finances or the resources to do it. And we're going to see how fast they take away my Social Security because I'm exposing this. I'm in San Diego, California, and my name is Leslie Williams. Thank you.